Good day to you all who decided to take your precious time to watch this lesson, both returning and new subscribers. Today we'll be focusing on part 3 of installing motherboard and connectors. And as I always say, make sure you watch till the end and take notes when necessary, as this lesson can help you prepare for your COMPTIA Core 1 220-1201. Welcome to another lesson of Technology for All Academy, an academy that teaches information communication technology for free. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Thaba Makobe, the founder of Technology for All Academy. As I've said, our focus for today is on part 3 of installing motherboard and connectors. So without any waste of time, let's get into our lesson. The first question of the day says, what distinguishes the M2 interface from SATA regarding power requirements? A. The M2 interface requires a separate Molex connector for power. B. The M2 interface supplies power over the bus. C. The M2 interface requires a SATA power cable for functionality. And D. The M2 interface only supports low power devices that do not require an external power source. And as I always say, make sure to answer the question before checking the answer. And the answer for this question is B. Let's click confirm to check the explanation. And it says the M2 interface provides power over the bus itself, so it does not require a separate power cable. Unlike SATA, which often need a SATA or Molex power connector, M2 simplifies installation by integrating power directly through the slot. It supports various devices, not just low power ones. Let's carry on. Question number 2 says, why is mass storage necessary in computer system? A. To increase the processing speed of the CPU. B. To preserve data and files when the computer is turned off. C. To control the motherboard system clock. D. To store only non-essential data temporarily. And the answer is B. Let's click confirm to see the explanation. And it says mass storage is necessary to retain data and files even when the computer is powered off. It does not affect CPU processing speed or control the system clock, and it is used for both essential and non-essential data rather than just temporary storage. Question number 3 says you decided to upgrade your PC with a faster processor. To do this, you ordered a new motherboard over the internet that supports the processor that you want to use. When the motherboard arrives, you discover that the motherboard uses the micro ATX form factor. Your current case is an ATX mid tower with a standard ATX motherboard inside. Which step must you take for the micro ATX motherboard to work in the ATX case? A. Return the motherboard and replace it with an ATX form factor motherboard, as the micro ATX motherboard does not fit without modifying the case. B. No additional steps are necessary. You can install the micro ATX motherboard in the ATX case. C. Drill new holes in the micro ATX motherboard to match the mounting hole pattern in the ATX case. And D. Drill new hole in the ATX case to match the mounting hole pattern in the micro ATX motherboard. And the answer is B. Let's click confirm to read the explanation. And it says ATX mid-tower cases support all ATX form factors, including micro ATX. The main difference between ATX and micro ATX is the number of bus and memory slots on the motherboard. You do not need to return the motherboard, and drilling holes in the motherboard or case can compromise or damage the integrity of both. Question number 4. It says, which of the following expansion buses uses a point-to-point dedicated connection and provides a serial full duplex method of transmission? A. PCI, B. AGP, C. Versa local bus, D. PCI-X, and E. PCIe. And the correct answer is E. PCIe. Let's click confirm to read the explanation. And it says, PCIe was developed to replace PCI, PCI-X, and AGP. Instead of a shared bus, each PCIe slot links to a switch that prioritizes and routes data through a point-to-point dedicated connection and provides a serial full duplex method for transmission. The Versa local bus was a short-lived expansion bus that worked along the then dominant ISA bus to provide a standardized high-speed conduit intended primarily to accelerate video or graphics operation. Versa utilized a shared bus. Question number 5 says, what should be done when disassembling a computer to ensure correct reconnection of header connectors? A. Ignore the orientation of connectors because they fit only one way. B. Document the position and orientation of connectors. C. Match connectors based on color alone. D. Only refer to the labels on the wires. And the correct answer is B. Let's click confirm to hear the explanation. And it says, documenting the position and orientation of connectors using diagrams or photos is recommended to ensure correct reassembly, as labels can sometimes be small or difficult to interpret. Simply relying on connector color or assuming they fit one way can lead to improper connection. Question number 6. The CEO of your small company has asked you to connect his laptop computer to the small conference room LED TV. The CEO will be showing a new promotional video that demonstrates the new company strategy through images and sound. Which of the following cable types would work best for connecting his laptop to the display? A. DVI, B. HDMI, C. VGA, and D. Composite. And the correct answer is B. Let's click confirm to read the explanation. And it says, HDMI is the default cable standard for new electronic devices such as Blu-ray players and LED TVs. HDMI can carry both digital video and audio signals. Most modern computers include an HDMI port. DVI and VGA only support video signals. Composite cables support video but not audio. Question number 7 says, how does the type of motherboard affect computer system? A. It determines the CPU speed. B. It affects the range of devices and adapter cards that can be installed. C. It limits the number of software applications that can run. And D. It allows any CPU model to be installed. And the answer is B. Let's click confirm to read the explanation. And it says, the type of motherboard impacts system speed and dictates which devices, CPU models, and adapter cards can be installed, affecting compatibility and expandability. Motherboards do not directly control RAM size for open application, nor do they support any CPU model without compatibility considerations. Storage options are also influenced by the motherboard specifications and connection. Question number 9 says, a support technician needs to connect the USB port on a portable monitor to an HDMI port on a laptop to extend the laptop's display. What kind of cable should the technician use to accomplish this? A. SCSI, B. Adapter, C. EIDE, and D, DVI. And the correct answer is B. Let's click confirm to check the answer. And it says the technician should use adapter cable to connect the HDMI port on the laptop with a USB port on the monitor. An adapter cable has connectors for two different cable types at each end. A small computer system interface, or SCSI, can connect both internal device and external peripherals, such as scanners and printers, but must enable termination on the first and the last device in the chain. An extended integrated drive electronic EIDE cable typically has 3 color-coded connectors and was the principal mass storage interface for desktop PCs for many years. And lastly, a digital visual interface DVI supports both analog and digital outputs. DVI is likely to be connected on older display devices and video cards. Question number 9 says, which of the following statement is true about adapter cables? A. Adapter cables are primarily used to connect two devices with the same type of ports. B. Adapter cables are used to convert signals from one type of interface to another. C. Adapter cables are only used to connect audio devices. And D. Adapter cables are used to enhance the speed of data transmission between devices. And the correct answer is B. Let's click confirm to read the explanation. And it says, adapter cables allow devices with different types of interface to communicate by converting the signals appropriately. And the incorrect answer says, adapter cables are specifically designed to connect devices with different types of ports, not the same type. They facilitate compatibility between different interfaces. Next, adapter cables are versatile and can be used for various types of connections, including video, audio, and data, not just audio devices. And lastly, adapter cables do not enhance the speed of data transmission. They merely enable connectivity between different interfaces. The speed is determined by the interface and cable used, not by the adapter itself. Question 10 and last question for our lesson says, why are adapter cables important when integrating legacy devices with modern systems? A. They increase the data transfer rate between legacy and modern devices. B. They allow legacy devices to connect to modern systems by converting incompatible interfaces. C. They ensure that the legacy devices can operate at the same speed as modern devices. And D. They are used to upgrade the firmware of legacy device to be compatible with the modern systems. And the correct answer is B. Let's click confirm to read the explanation. And it says, adapter cables are crucial for integrating legacy devices with modern systems because they convert signals between different types of interfaces, allowing devices that would otherwise be incompatible to connect and communicate. And for the incorrect answers, it says adapter cables do not increase data transfer rates. Their purpose is to enable connectivity between devices with different interfaces, not to enhance speed. Next, adapter cables do not affect the operational speed of devices. They only facilitate the connection between different interfaces. And lastly, adapter cables do not upgrade firmware. They are physical connectors that enable communication between different types of interfaces, not software tools for firmware updates. And this brings us to the end of our lesson. Hope this lesson was beneficial and informative. If you benefited a lot from this lesson, please don't hesitate to share with someone who will also benefit from it. And please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell in order to be notified when we drop another lesson. With that said, let me love and leave you. Have a blessed day. Thank you.